name is Shishmita. I'm from MSU.
My name is Ashwini. I'm from MSU.
For the first question, tell us about your background, teaching background.
Okay, I've been teaching for the past 15 years. I'm Divya Armugam, the English language teacher in SK Tanjung Rambutan. This is my fourth school. Prior to this, I was posted to Kuala Lumpur, my first posting, and then I was in Ladang Lengging Primary School, and then SJTB Kampar for 9 years, and then I got transferred to Tiwa. So Tiwa was redeployment because I took part in an international conference last year, so that twice in LTEC and Delta, and I published some papers in the journal and everything. So I went to Tiwa for about 3 months, and then I got shifted to my new house. So immediately I got transferred to Ipoh, Kinta Utara. So I've been in this school for about 10-11 months. So I came January this year. And then in terms of teaching, I did my degree in mass communication in UPM, Saradam, and I did my KPLI in IPSA, Sunyaptan. So I did it TESOL, and I've been a language teacher ever since. So it's like 15 years.
Okay, so madam, how long have you been in this teaching field?
15 years. As a teacher, 15 years. Prior to that, I was working for HSBC.
For the next question, why do students drop out of school?
Okay, the dropout rate is very alarming indeed, and I would definitely contribute that to lack of parental guidance, because it's, ultimately end of the day, parents should stress the importance of education, number one, and number two, the current generation are more inclined into social media. They believe that they want financial freedom. It's very obvious among today's generation, and they believe that they want to work smart rather than work hard. So with all these influences coming up in social medias, they feel that they want the money to work for them, and they don't want to work for money. So I think that would contribute to the number of high dropout rates, because they believe that schools are not important, that they can still make money and be successful based on their talent and their influence in social media.
So how does the issue of school dropout affect the Malaysian society?
It does, because you see, when you are a school dropout, you are basically not getting the basic in education, and no matter how successful you are or how rich you are and everything, when it comes to employment, to a certain extent, they look at your paper qualification, and nowadays degrees alone are not sufficient. People are going for masters, people are going for PhD, and they want to have few paper qualifications. They want to have good working experience. Like even social media influencers, if you notice, those who are millionaires are still, by profession, they are engineers, or they've got multiple degrees, or even a degree holder. So when you are not completing your school education, it's definitely going to affect the economy of the country, the politics of the country, and also the social society.
So what measure can be taken to reduce dropout rates and improve academic achievements?
It definitely starts from school, the grassroots level. I would say teachers from primary school, teachers must play a role in imparting the knowledge and the importance of education, number one. Number two, parents play an important role. They must let the children know that you must get at least your basic qualification, complete your degree or your basic school term. Right? And of course, society and the government in general, they must make sure that the children are aware of how important school is. And schools, on the other hand, they must play a role. Like if you notice in my school, constantly we are having competitions, activities, programs such as camping, extracurricular activities and sports. So when you do all these activities in school, you are going to portray an image that school is fun. So that is like, we have this program, like even in schools, right, when there are students absent continuously, then we do step in, we look at ways to solve, and then we come up with programs.
Okay, how do climate assessment and examination is contribute to the problem of low achievers?
Okay, in terms of that, we have this thing called the PBD, Pentaksiran Berdasarkan Bilik Belajar, where for level 1, year 1 until year 3, we look at them on how they behave in class, their speaking skills, reading, writing, so we do have evaluation for them. For level 2, 4, 5, 6, we are having exams for them, which is called UASA, Ujian ISSC Academic. So these kind of exams and assessments allow the teachers to look at the child as a wholesome individual on whether they are lacking in any skills or whether they are good enough. And if they are good, we obviously encourage them. If they are weak, we see what we can do for them. So we do have programs for that. Continuously, perpetually, we are running those programs. If you go out to your right, you can see there will be an entire board of activities that the schools are doing to make sure that the enrollment is increased, as well as the weak students are given an opportunity to improve things.
So, what is the role of parental involvement in parenting school dropouts and supporting low achievers?
Parents do play a pivotal role. Like as an educator, what I see is a lot of parents are giving importance. We know when we have report card day, when parents come to the school, we do stress to them on what the child lacks, because what we see as your son or daughter in the house is not the same as how we see them in school. There is a difference. So parents must be aware of the child, their grades, how they behave in school, or how they perform in school, and they also have a part to play, because end of the day they only spend about 6-7 hours in school, and when they go back home they are yours. So yes, the major responsibility is among parents. So evaluate the child, observe the child, see what they lack in. Do they need any extra skills or extra activities, tuition classes? So when they give importance to the child, when they impart the knowledge to the child that school is important, education is important, then it will be easier for the child to realize that, okay, this is what required by my parents, so this is how I need to perform in school.
Okay, how do dropout rates affect ambitious goal of development and economic development?
When the child tends to drop out of school, it shows that he is not interested in the school system, or it is not exciting for him. Alright, so that in a way it reflects on how the schools are being run. Okay, what activities we're having in school. So schools must realize what they can do to make the child interested in coming to school and increasing the enrollment. And for the country in general, when they are school dropouts, that means obviously they won't be able to contribute to the economy, social and politics of the country. So that will also result in the employment of the students, because definitely they want to go for someone who's educated or have the better qualification. And what will happen? They will tend to look for cheap labor or foreign workers to fill in the gaps. So we know the students who think that when they drop out of the school they can achieve whatever they want, they will have got it wrong by then. So employment will go into the foreigners and others, foreign citizens.
Okay, for the last question, what are the main reasons contributing to low academic achievement?
Family background. Sometimes parents cannot afford, sometimes parents may not be. The child comes from different social background. Alright, if they have parents who are particular about the child's education and everything, so they will be constantly monitoring the child. But when we look at the data of students' enrollment, which is low, right? When we go to the house, when we check on the parents, when we check on the family, you'll notice that the family has got the social background of the child is not very encouraging. So that would be the contributing factor. Maybe there's no one to guide them at home. Maybe they are left to fend for themselves. Issues like step-parents or children who are being brought up in a large group of family, where they have like 2-3 families living under the same roof. So they may not be getting the attention that they need, and when they don't come to school, or sometimes parents' financial issues is also another point. They may not be able to afford to pay for the fees, the transportation, and the parents may be, they don't have job. Like recently I had a case of a mother who had to transfer the child to another school because the father does not have a job. I think he's a civil servant, so they can't work for a particular number of years, right? So he has to retire, so no money, and then they can't send the child to this school, so they have to end up enroll her to a nearer school. So at least in her case, she went to nearer school, but there's so many more other parents who have no choice but to stop the child coming to school. So socio-economic background and government and schools in general must look into that and see how they can help the child to get a good and sound education.
So that's the end of our session. Thank you.
in most